I'm very confused by that. But I did think that was a great celebration. It was one of the best moments of the night. Your sister, let's zoom in on and take a look at your sister here. Really, was your sister?
It's a fist bump.
Was your sister a cheerleader or a...
Zendaya has always been one of Hollywood's most composed stars. Whether dazzling on the red carpet in couture gowns or carrying entire franchises like Euphoria and Dune on her back, she radiates control, grace, and strength. But recently, fans have noticed something new in her demeanor, something softer, warmer, more personal. It's the glow of a woman completely in love, and now it's the glow of Mrs. Holland. The world got a rare glimpse of this joy earlier this month when Zendaya and Tom Holland were spotted on the London set of Spider-Man: Brand New Day, the highly anticipated fourth installment in the Spider-Man saga. Nearly 5 years after No Way Home, the couple has reunited as co-stars once again, but this time the stakes feel different. Not only are they reprising the roles that first brought them together, Peter Parker and MJ, but they're doing so as husband and wife. In candid photos, Zendaya looked effortlessly chic in a butter yellow knit sweater layered over a matching button-up shirt, paired with loose-fitting jeans and brown loafers. Her look was casual, but one detail stood out: the massive 5-carat engagement ring she first debuted at the Golden Globes in January, glistening as she placed her palm against her mouth. Tom, dressed down while filming a cemetery scene in his new Spider-Man suit, couldn't resist stealing a moment between takes. When they noticed photographers nearby, he gently leaned his head onto Zendaya's shoulder. She smiled, and for a moment, it was less about superheroes and blockbusters, and more about the simple intimacy of a couple who has found their forever. While the couple has kept details of their private life under wraps, Zendaya has begun to share glimpses of what marriage to Tom means to her. In a recent off-camera conversation with stylists and close friends, later relayed in industry circles, she described the transition from fiancé to wife as the most natural thing in the world. Tom and I have been building this partnership for years, she said. We already knew how to take care of each other, how to laugh through the chaos, and how to support one another's dreams. Being his wife it feels like home. It feels like I get to carry my best friend with me everywhere I go. For fans who have followed their love story since Spider-Man: Homecoming in 2016, the words hit home. This wasn't just the giddiness of young love. It was the calm, certain joy of two people who know they've chosen right. Their journey to this point has been anything but rushed. Tom and Zendaya spent years denying rumors of romance, insisting they were just close friends despite undeniable chemistry during press tours. In 2021, the world finally got confirmation when paparazzi snapped the now iconic photo of them kissing at a red light in Los Angeles. What followed wasn't a spectacle. Unlike many Hollywood couples, they didn't turn their relationship into a brand. Instead, they continued to protect it, sharing only the smallest glimpses. A sweet birthday post from Tom, a proud caption from Zendaya after No Way Home, or a red carpet glance that said more than words ever could. By January 25, when Zendaya appeared at the Golden Globes with her dazzling engagement ring, the internet exploded with joy. But even then, neither she nor Tom made a formal announcement. It was Tom's father, Dominic Holland, who later confirmed the engagement, sharing how thoughtfully Tom had planned every detail, from purchasing the ring to asking Zendaya's father for his blessing. Now, less than a year later, those plans have blossomed into a quiet wedding, sealed not with magazine spreads or red carpet exclusives, but with genuine love. Zendaya's happiness isn't just in her words, it's in her presence. On the set of Brand New Day, fans noticed her glowing smile as she trailed Tom between takes, Dog Noon trotting happily beside them. At one point, she leaned into him, whispering something that made him laugh before tugging his mask back over his face. Observers couldn't help but note how natural it looked. Not two stars playing house for the cameras, but a wife supporting her husband on a long workday. They looked like a married couple in every sense, one eyewitness said. The way he rested his head on her shoulder, the way she adjusted his costume strap when it slipped, it was all so normal, so loving. You can't fake that. And Zendaya herself has echoed that sentiment. In a recent interview while discussing her packed schedule filming The Odyssey with Christopher Nolan, she mentioned how grateful she was for the stability Tom provides. When you find someone who makes the crazy parts of this life feel simple, you hold on to that, she said. Tom's that person for me. Being his wife is the calm in the middle of all this madness. Perhaps what's most extraordinary about Tom and Zendaya's marriage is how ordinary it feels. Between blockbuster sets and designer gowns, their love thrives in the quiet moments. Cooking dinner together, walking their dog, trading jokes in the makeup trailer. Zendaya often teases Tom about his fine cook claims, while Tom brags about her famous spicy vodka fusilli. These playful details, shared in passing with family and friends, are the building blocks of a marriage that feels as grounded as it does glamorous. And that's what makes Zendaya's happiness so believable. She isn't glowing because of the ring or the titles. She's glowing because she married the boy she fell in love with on set all those years ago, and together they've created a life that feels both epic and deeply, beautifully normal. Zendaya has always been selective about what she shares with the world, but in the months since her quiet wedding to Tom Holland, those closest to her have noticed a subtle shift. She's smiling more. She seems more at ease. And in rare moments where she does open up, she can't help but let her joy spill out. Being Tom Holland's wife is, in her own words, the calm I didn't know I needed. On the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day in London this month, Zendaya wasn't just there to reprise her role as MJ, she was there as Tom's anchor. Between his long, grueling days in the new Spider-Man suit, she stood by him with their dog, Noon, sometimes stepping in to adjust his costume strap, other times just walking beside him quietly. When fans asked later what had changed for her since marriage, Zendaya's answer was simple but profound. You start to see everything differently. The work is still important, the schedules are still crazy, but suddenly it all feels more manageable. Because at the end of the day, I know I get to go home to my husband. That changes everything. It wasn't an exaggeration. Friends confirm that Zendaya, who once carried the weight of multiple franchises and brand campaigns with stoic discipline, now talks more about balance. She schedules downtime when Tom does. They coordinate press tours to be together. And when one is working late, the other picks up the slack at home. It's not just marriage, it's partnership. Zendaya often describes herself as someone who values the normal moments more than the flashy ones. And Tom, who grew up in Kingston with 3 brothers, has given her a window into that world. Tom loves cooking dinner, walking the dog, watching old movies with me, Zendaya revealed. That's our real life. Those are the moments I love most. And now, being his wife, I feel like we've built a space where we can just be ourselves. Even Tom's brother Sam has shared glimpses of this normalcy, like how he sends Tom vegetarian recipes to cook for Zendaya, or how Tom proudly raves about her spicy vodka fusilli. These anecdotes aren't just cute, they're proof of a marriage rooted in everyday joys. And for Zendaya, those joys are everything. Despite their fame, Tom and Zendaya have become masters at keeping their most important moments private. Their engagement was only confirmed when Zendaya wore her ring to the Golden Globes, and even then, she let a shrug and a smile do the talking. Their wedding, believed to have taken place in late spring with only close family and friends present and not a single leaked photo. And yet, Zendaya doesn't see this as secrecy. She sees it as protection. The world has its opinions, its noise, she explained. But when it comes to our love, that's ours. That's what makes me happiest about being his wife. It's not for show. It's real and it's ours. It's a philosophy that resonates with fans. In an age where celebrity couples often broadcast every detail, Tom and Zendaya's restraint makes their love feel more authentic. Now that they're back on set together for Spider-Man, Brand New Day, fans are seeing what Zendaya means firsthand. The couple's chemistry has always been undeniable, but marriage has added a new layer of warmth. Even between takes, Tom leans on Zendaya, literally, as he did in those viral photos when he rested his head on her shoulder. For Zendaya, those small moments are proof of why marriage has changed her perspective. We've always had each other's backs, but now, being his wife, there's a deeper bond. It's not just support. It's knowing we're in this forever. That's the best feeling in the world. Their other big project, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, gave them another chance to work side by side. With Tom playing Telemachus and Zendaya's role still under wraps, their collaboration has fans buzzing, not just because of the epic cast, but because audiences know the chemistry between them isn't just acting. And what's perhaps most striking is how Tom and Zendaya have managed to build such a stable, joyful marriage without ever making it a spectacle. There were no sold magazine covers, no paparazzi-tipped weddings, no brand deals tied to their vows. Instead, they chose intimacy. They chose family. They chose each other. And Zendaya couldn't be happier about it. Being Mrs. Holland isn't about a title, she said with a smile. It's about waking up every day, knowing I married the person who makes me laugh the most, who keeps me grounded, and who believes in me even when I doubt myself. That's what happiness is. With Brand New Day set for release in May 2026 and The Odyssey hitting theaters next summer, the Hollands have a packed schedule ahead. But those closest to them say they're already thinking about what comes after the cameras stop rolling. Tom has never hidden his dream of being a father. In past interviews, he said, "I'd love to settle down and have kids." "I can't wait to be a dad," he said in past interviews. Zendaya, while quieter about timelines, has recently spoken about legacy in interviews. Not in terms of awards, but in terms of love, peace, and family. For now, though, they're relishing newlywed life. Cooking dinners, walking noon through Richmond Park, finding joy in the chaos of Hollywood while building a marriage that feels grounded and real. What makes Zendaya's happiness so contagious is how believable it feels. Fans aren't just seeing a celebrity couple, they're seeing two people who grew up together in the spotlight, who chose each other again and again, and who have now made it official in the most meaningful way. Tom and Zendaya's story is one of friendship turned to love, love turned to partnership, and partnership turned to marriage. And Zendaya's words leave no doubt. She is thrilled to be Tom Holland's wife. Because sometimes, the greatest love stories don't need grand gestures or headlines. Sometimes they're written in the quietest moments. The laughter in a kitchen, a hand held on set, a head resting on a shoulder. And for Mr. and Mrs. Holland, that's exactly the kind of forever they've created.